Hello, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about my OG Xbox and even Xbox 360 games, or even the four cross-generation Xbox to Xbox 360 to Xbox One games I have. But first we're going to start off with our OG Xbox. Brother in Arms, Earned in Blood, and Road to Hill 30. I don't know why. I always seem to have this mindset about the Xbox that you have to have military-like games for the Xbox. It's probably not a stereotype the Xbox deserves, but that's how I personally feel. This and Conflict Desert Storm I really don't care about. It's just nice to build up a library of Xbox games. Call of Duty Finest Hour was a game I actually, if I remember correctly, either I bought that or it came with my Xbox when I got it as a gift from a family member. I think it was the latter, even though I could have sworn I bought it somewhere. And of course, I tried filming this video multiple times, but OG Xbox games hate me all of a sudden. So, if they fall again, yay. Next we got Fable, which honestly I think is a standout game that almost like Halo kind of defined the Xbox. And I actually am still playing this in 2021. Going to be 2022 in a little bit. Next we got Finding Nemo, which, unlike the movie, this game's pretty terrible in my opinion because it's not keeping my attention on the game. Before Rockstar even remade the trilogy, I actually got both of these. I'm still missing Vice City, but I got GTA 3 and San Andreas because, honestly, that's how much I love these two games. Hopefully, God willing, the definitive edition starts acting like it. Next we got two games that you cannot literally talk about Xbox without talking about it. Halo. Now, my copy of Halo 2 is pretty messed up, as you can see. But I'm not going for perfect condition when it comes to that copy. Halo 1 and 2 by far are the most recognizable games on the OG Xbox. Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, I personally don't like that game, especially how it ends. so I won't spoil that for you. Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. I have a lot of childhood memories, at least with the second game. This was the best game ever for me. I had it originally for the PlayStation 2. Now I practically own it on all 4 platforms. It was a standalone title on. Max Payne, it was a pretty alright game. Good job, Rockstar. Sega GT, I never really played. Jet Set Radio Future, I tried it, never really got into it. Battlefront Bikini Bottom, I think it's a terrible. Battlefront 2 is honestly one of the best games I have ever owned. And I'm not talking about the one that EA grabbed out of the toilet and just like, oh, here's a full game. I'm talking about the classic Battlefront 2. To tell you the truth, it's probably like a late release for these consoles. I think it came out in like 05, 06. I think 05. But yeah. I should have bought Battlefront 1 for the Xbox since I had it for the PlayStation 2, but I got more fun out of Battlefront 2 versus Battlefront 1. Next we got Fairy Odd Parents, which is a show that I loved as a kid. But this game, I feel like, is a slap in the face. But would you believe it? I actually have a GBA version of the game, even though I hate this game. I just felt like it's unplayable, like Battlefront Bikini Bottom. Next we got an Xbox demo disc, which has a lot of games on here. I think this even has like Driver Free on there. And like, I forgot what else. Zapper 1 Wicked Cricket. I feel like it's one of the weirdest games I ever bought. I don't know. Just because it's probably the only video game in my collection that actually has the letter Z in it. Alright, next we got the Troublemaking in 4 here. Keep Falling Over. Pocket Biker Racer, which is one of those Burger King games. And wow. I don't even know why it has any interest in these. But, I don't know. Next we got a Big Bumpin'. I feel like there is something wrong with me that I keep kind of looking at these at a thrift store and I'm like, you know what, I need a Burger King licensed game in my life. I got San Andreas again. Even though I had this on PlayStation 2 and OG Xbox, ever since these came out, I always wanted them. mainly for the PS3, but I realize these are basically the definitive edition. Because they're the mobile ports, which I purchased on my phone. But, I don't know. As far as I know, this isn't a mobile port. But feel free to let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. And now we come to the 360 portion of the video. I got Ace Combat Assault Horizon, which I actually know nothing about, but it's worth playing one day. I got Band Hero because I got a couple microphones and a guitar, so why not? Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which is, depending on how you feel about this game, I regret to say is my first Banjo game before, or at least in physical collection. And then it comes with Viva Pinata, which I cannot pronounce to save my life. I got Batman Arkham City, which I actually have put some time into, and it's alright. This is Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which I didn't care much for. Call of Duty Ghosts, which I don't remember anything about and don't care. Modern Warfare. One reason why I own Modern Warfare was due to the controversy it had, where people try to say, oh look, video games trying to promote violence again. No. You had the choice to skip the mission if you didn't feel ethically okay doing it. Modern Warfare 3, might as well complete the set. World at War, I thought it was similar to a game I had on the PS2, but I guess technically different. Dead Island, I forgot where I got this from, but it's a pretty alright game, despite if things actually being wrong with the game. I can't remember where I put Gears of War 2. But I never really played Gears of War, so I'm going to skip out on commenting on it. Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, I like 5 better over 4, but maybe it's because I could actually beat 5 and I'm still stuck on 4. Obviously, you got the 2 car video games. This one originally released on the OG Xbox, but I don't have that version. So this is the best I could do. Oh, they're good games in their own right, but I didn't care. Guitar Hero Aerosmith I owned on the PlayStation 2, so I got this mainly so I could play through achievements. Duke Nukem Forever. By far one of the worst games I have ever had in this whole library. But I don't feel like getting rid of it. It's not worth the trouble to admit, hey, I own this shitty game. Gun is a much better, far more superior game. I apologize for glare. Fable 2 and 3, good games. Of course, this is all my Halo games. I got the Halo 3, 4, Reach, and Halo Wars. This copy of Halo 3 is the ODST one. All pretty good, I guess. I still haven't got anywhere in Halo 4 yet. Or Reach. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Still stuck on it. Cameo. It's alright, but I didn't like it, honestly. LA Noire. Having a hard time getting into it. Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. And it's a pretty cool game. Anything TT Traveler's Tale is pretty cool. I have yet to get anywhere in the Mass Effect trilogy, so I'm still on the Microsoft game. Then I'm going to get into the 2 EA games. Now I know there's more Mass Effect games, but I don't own them, so I'm not going to talk about them. Next, we got Medal of Honor, which has that Battlefield 3 beta, which I probably can't get access to now. Perfect Dark Zero, which, honestly, I prefer the N64 original over this prequel. Race Pro, which is actually sounds like a Atari 2600 game. Perfect, since this isn't an Atari game. The Force Unleashed 2. It kind of sucks that this and the first Force Unleashed game is like non-canon. It should be canon. And that bullshit with needs to go back to the Sarlacc pit. Sonic Generations, I almost finished, but I got stuck on the final boss. So yeah, I think it's terrible. No, it's a good game, but I don't know. It's not worth praising, in my opinion. Next, we got South Park: The Stick of Truth, which I actually enjoy, even though I had a hard time button mashing. Next, we got Tomb Raider Underworld, which I never really got to play, but I got it because I like collecting Tomb Raider games and movies. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The Beatles Rock Band. This is a game that for me personally is the best game ever made, just because it's the Beatles. that's all I care to say, because I could go on and on about the Beatles. And of course, Too Human by Silicon Knights. This game has some issue where, I guess they had Epic's code in the game. So that's mainly why I own it, because it's a game that had controversy, and it's not like Karen complaining about the violence in video game. It's like an actual reason why there's controversy. Real controversy. So that was my OG Xbox 360 and technically Xbox One with these two games that I currently have in my collection, or at least in my collection room or shelf, that I could get right now for the video. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more video game, movies, or even music content, which I might have to save for the new year. I'm not sure when I'll start doing music content, but soon.